these last 2 games? Just where do you feel like the offense has really grown so far?
Everywhere, honestly, man. We're just taking it day by day. Going over the things that we can do better at. We definitely a lot of room to grow because we know what we have in that locker room. So just taking it day by day, man. Just trying to get to where we can be.
In terms of the starts overall, just how can this group get off the field and get points on the board quickly?
Film room, man. We just got to get in that film room, adjust faster, I should say. A lot of slow starts, but got to also get in the game well as well. So I feel like we did that our last game. We're going to build onto that and try to keep things rolling.
What did you learn about yourself while you had your injury last year? How has that kind of translated to stepping in at the start of the season?
Just being able to lead different ways, being more vocal to my younger guys, some of the older guys too. I've become more of that vocal leader in our wide receiver room, and taking on that role very well. And yeah, I say that.
Coach Sweeney's talked about that you guys are making plays in practice. It's just not translating to the games. Just how surprising is it for you guys yourselves playing the way you are in practice and just not showing up?
Oh yeah, man. We just as surprised as everyone else, man. We've been killing it all camp, all practice, and we're still killing it in practice. So I don't know. We just got to make that translation. We're gonna fix it in the film room. And, we're gonna come together. We're gonna get it fixed.
So you talk about leadership. How do you keep everybody steady and calm when you're down 16 points to Troy? What was that like in the locker room at halftime?
Yeah, we have great leadership. We great group, honestly. We just all bond really well together. We lean on each other when we most need it. So when in times like that, we don't really, no one shies away from stepping up and keeping everybody heads in the game. Our biggest leaders, Pee-Woo, Wade, guys like that, they step up when guys need to talk to and, handle that in that moment. So it's good for us.
How good has it felt just to play, 40, 50 snaps in a game and just really get a true sense and a feel for a game after having to sit out almost all last year?
It feels amazing, man. I'm just blessed and grateful for the opportunity. Those Sunday body feelings, I definitely don't miss those, but I do miss it in a sense because that means I'm back out there playing football, and I'm just grateful to be out there.
You and Kate's chemistry, where do you feel like that's at, and have you been able to kind of pick it back up from that freshman year?
Yeah, definitely still growing. Definitely still got room to grow, but we making plays in practice with each other and getting more throws in practice and, getting more routes on air and stuff like that. And we just growing it, just same way as freshman year.
How's the receiver kind of release the challenge of not having Antonio for the last game and most of the LSU game?
I feel like having that next man up mindset. Of course, we miss my brother. He one of the best in the nation. I still believe that. I still stand on that, and we definitely feel that. But at the end of the day, nobody feels sorry for us, and we got to have the next man up. So everyone's preparing like they ready to go run out there first, and that's how we prepare, and that's how we go about things. So,
what's been your mentality as the next man up?
Just being able to fill those big shoes, man. Just controlling what I can control at the time and just embracing my opportunity and going out there and just doing my best as I can.
As someone who's come back from injury, have you had any conversations with Antonio about what it's been like for him that he's been out now that you've been kind of getting the bulk of that playing time?
Yeah, me and Antonio talk a lot. It just comes down to some stuff I like to keep between me and him, but just very inspirational things and just personal talks and stuff of that nature.
Conference game is a playoff game, and with that next man up mentality, how does that get integrated into this game as you guys head into conference play?
Conference play is a different deal. It means something now. That first loss, not really in our conference. He likes to say games will give us wind in our back or wind in our face when we're going up that hill. And I feel like that first game, we have a lot of things we can improve on. But this ACC play, it'll definitely put wind in our face if we don't come out on top. So we prefer to get that wind behind our back and just take it up a notch and get to where we need to be.
Coach Sweeney said most plays on offense, it's like 9 or 10 guys doing the right thing, 1 or 2 guys that aren't. How close do you guys feel you are to kind of locking in and just sort of starting to explode offensively when all 11 guys can pull in the same direction?
Oh, really close, man. Very close. Like I said, camp was great. We're going out there killing it every single day. Practice is still great. we just gotta settle in. That's I think that's all it is. I think this would be a great week for us to do that. It being conference play. So, yeah.
Your thoughts on Georgia Tech secondary?
Great group, aggressive group, and a fast group, and that know how to move. So it's gonna be a great challenge. It's gonna be great play, and I just can't wait to play the guys.
Are you seeing any? Because I know the guy, he's from Texas. Do you see any similarities there from what he did last year up there?
Yeah. You talking about DC?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. We definitely got looking at some Texas film as well as Georgia Tech film. Him coming from there. We did play them, so we got some of those clips, but we just taking it day by day and studying as much as we can.
You're talking about settling in. How do you do that when you are in a hostile environment like at Georgia Tech this weekend?
Just playing out, just living outside in. I mean, inside out. Can't let the outside noise affect us in any moment, whether that be fans, critics, media. We go to war with those guys in that locker room, and we take pride in living inside out and staying within our group and not letting any outside noise affect how we play, how we think, or just how we move.
On Saturday, Coach Sweeney talked about you played a good first half against LSU and a good second half last week. Does the offense feel a sense of urgency heading into Georgia Tech to need to put it all together now?
Yeah, obviously we gotta put it all together. Just play our game, just play the game that we know we can, be the offense that we know we can be, and that's just gonna be our thing going forward. Just starting fast and just being consistent. So yeah, we're gonna fix some things up in the film room and practice, and get back at it on Saturday.
Anybody else for Tyler?
Touching on that next man up mentality one more time. When you are in a situation that is less than ideal with Antonio going out, does that kind of force you to get out of your comfort zone a little bit and grow as a player personally and on the field?
Definitely. I would definitely say I got out of my comfort zone, but like I said, we prepare. Everyone preparing to go out there first. So everyone's studying. Our scout team guys, they studying just as hard as the ones. So everyone has to be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. And we've seen that over the years with our injury history in our wide receiver room. So we've learned from that, and just everyone just staying ready has really helped us.
Anybody else? All right, Tyler. Thank you, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you, guys.